Hello and welcome to the Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
Hi, I'm Jason DeRoss. Oh,
Happy Monday. We are here. I just had some very burnt toast.
yeah.
I'm fixing my new little toque here, my new old toque, and welcome. The vibe is here and no blue Smarties.
No blue Smarties. I'm a diva today, baby. I'm a full model now. Now I'm sinking into this.
Okay. Okay, I get what you're saying, man. Because I didn't get what you meant before. I
Of
didn't
course,
get
I like to go reference and then dig deeper, and then it's not connected at all anymore, so people don't understand what I'm saying.
I'm curious what that reference is to.
The no blue Smarties.
Yeah.
I think, and maybe Jameson's back and can tell me I'm wrong. But I think what happens is they talk about, like, you know how celebrities have riders, and then I believe it was the Rolling Stones had an infamous, like, we want Smarties, but no blue Smarties. And everyone was like, oh, they're such divas or whatever. But what it was they would just, when they got there to the venue, they would look in the bowl, and if there was blue Smarties, then they go, well, I guess we have to check everything else because these people aren't taking our stuff seriously.
Exactly.
So that's the no blue Smarties. And I don't even know if it was blue Smarties, but that's the reference.
Well, you know what? I'm really glad that we did that walk down memory lane. We're models now. It's official. How did it feel to before we get into that, actually, I'm all over the place. We do have a first-time chatter.
I saw
the wonderful Cindy
K
took some snaps, and we're going to retweet that on our stories today.
It's this Cindy. Great. Yeah.
We will be sharing her story journey of her photos, because she also became a model this weekend. So,
well, I also saw in one of her stories, it was like she took a lot of time and energy. She was like had just as you suggested, that sort of like flash of like so many different shots, man.
Oh yeah.
And Jen thinks it was brown M&Ms. She's the new Jameson.
So. She said, I think it was brown M&Ms. Call me Jameson. Well,
that makes sense that it's not Smarties considering they don't exist in the States, but
right. Now people are wanting my beanie. Thank you so much. This was purchased at a giant tiger in a very small town in Ontario. I got this one. I also got another one that says available, which I was looking for my shoot, and I couldn't find my available toque.
I'm here for a beer.
I mean, have you found a beanie more me?
That's what I was about to say. Like, this is very fitting. It's fine.
I know. Listen, I love me a light beer. Make it taste like the lake, baby. What did you do, Sam?
What's that?
What did you do this weekend?
This weekend was crazy busy, and I don't know. I had it was work stuff, so it didn't feel like a weekend. This felt more like it was a Monday, Tuesday. So today's like this is like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me today. This is what it feels like.
Now, do you as a parent, do you get to like redo, like, as someone who doesn't have kids, I do have the luxury of, like, when I screw up my weekend, like if I work through the weekend, I can be like, wow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be my weekend. You know what I mean? Like, are you able to?
When I screw up my weekend, doesn't matter. Monday to Friday will be my weekend. It'll be great. No, I mean, like, we're also in a pandemic, so he's here 24 hours. And so there's never like downtime. So
yeah, that's got to be pretty fun.
It's all right. To be honest, like, it's going to be weird. This generation's going to have a bit of a different, like, there's going to be a different spin for some people that grow up now, because one, Charlie's at a very formative age, and it's like the learning, I think he's getting, because you get one-on-one attention, he's like learning things quickly, which I'm sure all the kids are at home now are like,
what do you mean? What's learning?
Oh, he's just going to walk into kindergarten with glasses on and his pipe and be like, okay, yes, let's get to the Shakespeare stuff already.
That's what you guys are teaching him at home.
Well, he's doing, I don't know where they're supposed to be, because I'm a first-time parent. I don't know where they're supposed to be, but like he's already like multiplying and subtracting and adding, no problem. And he can read, and it just feels like it's like, and I'm sure that's where he's supposed to be. But I imagine there is parents even giving more attention than we are, and they're probably like playing the piano and like literally writing plays or something by now, and they're only 3 years old. So it's like, great. It's gonna be.
What's really funny is like writing plays like would not even be like, we think that that's really impressive, but like at school the teacher would be like, can you just fucking multiply? I don't care what you play. Charlie would
Is the
learn a
play going to
lot.
pay your mortgage? And
Yeah.
then you and I can come and be like, yes, for
Yes.
about 1 month. For about
Yes.
1 month, it'll pay that mortgage.
If it goes well, if it's a good fringe.
And what's the rate of mortgage we're talking about? I mean, I don't know. I don't know math, but like,
Yeah.
where is it?
So I do want to talk about becoming a model because it's happening, you know.
It's Model Mondays.
It's Model Mondays. Thanks, Haley. And Laura. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
So wow, Cindy says in the chat, oh wow, I'm recognized already. Is this game?
You got it. Look, man, these are all vision boards we're painting for each other. Like, I'm really excited about today, to be honest, because there was some fabulous shots taken and sent or retagged in and stuff like that. So like, I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah. I'm stoked because I'm really hoping that Model Mondays really takes on and we feature every Monday some really good thirsty snaps. Yeah. I was like pervy stuff, although I did consider doing an underwear shot, like morning coffee, like a wig. I had like a wig and my sweater that says, well, you'll see. But I just thought, oh, that might not be the vibe of 2020. It just may not be.
I'm not going to do the underwear shoot. Like, that's not happening.
To do an underwear shoot.
Do an underwear shirt, no comedy, not gonna happen. But
no. Like, but you said tickle. Okay, so here's the thing.
You're right. I did say tickle trunk, and I'm sure you know what though. My because of some of the characters I play, my tickle trunk is filled with some fun underwear. So that's
what I'm saying. So is mine, because we've done shows together where we're like, this would be in our underwear. This would be hilarious. And then we go and buy what we think to be crazy underwear, but on our bodies, it's like, oh, they're wearing underwear. That's their underwear.
Oh no, but I've got someone too from like Strip Prov and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Gonna be.
Well, I do want to say that I am taking my new modeling career very seriously. I'm posting like a savage. This weekend was pretty model heavy. I whitened my teeth because Crest White strips were on sale. I slapped them on. I'm gonna do another today or probably tomorrow. And
shout out to, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, but someone else threw in she's got the light in her mouth and everything. She's doing my gig. Love it.
I will tell you though, I did see a difference, a mild difference.
Sick.
With my Crest strips. But you know, it's really funny when you do something like that. Like, I just had like a half an hour and I'm like, okay, I'll just wipe my teeth. I hadn't done it in months. And then, you know, when you read the package and it's like, we really recommend you don't brush your teeth right before. And I was like, well, too late. You know, like when you've made like, well,
you're like, yeah, read it. Oh.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So I wiped my teeth. I memorized all of the lyrics to WAP, which is a wet ass pussy by Cardi B. That is a true thing that I did while folding laundry.
I believe you, but there's not many lyrics in that song, is there? It's very repetitive.
There's tons.
Okay.
It's not repetitive.
I knew as soon as I said that, I'm like, well, I'm going to get called out real quick.
Megan Thee Stallion, first of all, is a queen, and we have to bow down. And so is Cardi. And I memorized like a good theater student. And then I just was laughing at myself because I can for sure do it now, no problem. Can you imagine I just like laid that out? Like we were just hanging out and I was just like, just spit it. Like you'd be like, what the fuck?
If we were still doing improv shows, then I could pimp you into that at some point and we'd have a fun time.
Oh, and I would do the whole thing. It would be amazing.
Yeah. And so then I could just sit being like, okay. And
it's so, yeah, it does.
I think that's great.
Oh my God. First of all, one of my favorite lines in the whole song is Punani Dasani. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Try and come at me with that. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Macaroni in a pot. That's a wet ass pussy. Okay. Hilarious. I love that song so much. So anyways, did that late to the game. And then I took some snaps. And it's really funny when you go full out and no one's home. I was in a full lip, full wig.
I had the same. I didn't do full wig, but like I was home. I've only got one shot today. Like I might as well throw that out there right now. But like, it took me a while to get this one shot.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about that. Megan says I have to get on to memorizing those words. Listen, we have to.
Solid.
Adam. Also, I'm really surprised that Adam Colley has not partaken in our model challenge.
Although we do have a couple of men stepped up this week or this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, which is
Okay.
I was like, heck yeah, this
We
is
have
great. And they're great shots.
Okay, well, everyone, when you send us your snaps, like, and if you have sent us our snaps, if we can share them, let us know because we don't want to share them because some people have sent them and been like, I'm too shy or like,
Yeah,
don't post these. So
this is a vulnerable thing. So like, yeah, heck yeah.
We will not post them without consent. So let us know because I would love to put them up on our stream and celebrate the gorgeous people of the regulars. That's
definitely.
Okay. Okay, Barbara is asking, does anyone remember Trina? It will make you blush, she says. No, I haven't. I have to look that up. I'll happily look that up.
Well, then there's gonna be more memorization coming your way.
Okay. And I also want to say that I have transitioned into a really great vibe this weekend, and I want to recommend it to you because you're looking for a weekend right now. Okay. I got onto the Steely Dan radio on Spotify, and let me tell you, it is yacht rock. It is wonderful.
It won. They won Best Album of the Year one year when it was like
Dirty Work.
I don't know if that was the album, but like they won, and it was the year like Eminem blew up, and like there was some huge people against him. And this is like an MTV award, I believe, too. And I was like, really? They gave it to Steely Dan? But it's a great album.
Steely Dan's so sick. Also, I love Tamika. Yes, Trina, the baddest bitch. Okay, I'm looking up Trina. I can't even believe. Not Tonight by Lil Kim. Good track, Adam. Yeah, so anyways, was really onto the Steely Dan. I had myself a few Michelob Ultras. You know, it was like I cleaned my full house. I was doing laundry and like vacuuming and mopping, just listening
pretending it was a yacht the whole time, just mopping up.
Oh my God. It was glorious. It was, you know, really having no kids and just living by yourself. Sometimes it's just a luxury.
Well, I'll tell you this, if you've got time to clean your house, that is a luxury. Like that's Jenny takes him for a walk and I'm like, I'm a fool to do.
You guys are back. Fuck. What?
Well, the mirror's done.
I had to pee. Did you? Fuck you. I love you, but oh fuck. Yeah. It was quite the thing, and I like reorganized my whole bedroom and like reorganized clothes. Like it really was like a luxurious sort of weekend. Yeah. Should we get into our photos, you think, or what? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, before we get into the photos, we did hear from Jameson. He didn't walk into the ocean, but
he's not here again today. So
he's not here again today. So I did send him a message and I said, you know, unless you're here, you're not here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm also loving all the love that Tamika's getting in the chat today. So I'm here for it.
It's all for Trina. That's what's going down. Trina is
okay. Well,
I guess not known enough. Let's get her out there.
I'll be checking.
I mean, I'm sure she is, and I just don't know.
We know Trina. I feel like we know. Like we're gonna hear that song and go, "Oh yeah."
I mean, like this yesterday, Jenny goes, "Wow, did you know that Adele is gonna host Saturday Night Live and not even be the musical guest?" And I was like, "Well, who's gonna be the musical guest?" And she goes, "Her." And I was like, "So she is the musical guest?" She's like, "No, it's her, Her." I was like, "Oh, this is an old word."
I cannot believe Adele's not going to be the musical guest. Like, it's actually insulting to me. Like, I'm like, what the actual fuck, Adele? Like, we're all depressed. We're all sad.
Yeah, depress us more with your songs.
Sing me a goddamn song that makes me want to call my boyfriend from when I was 22. Do it. Open your damn mouth and make me regret every fucking choice I've ever made.
It'd just be breaking news. This Saturday, a bunch of people made some awkward phone calls. Every person in the world calling them.
There's nothing like Adele, who I believe is softly 26, singing about how her good years are gone. And I'm 34, still just like living by myself, no fucking future ahead of me. And I'm like, what? That's music I want.
Some stepdad out there not even really listening to the lyrics, be like, I better call my daughter. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Okay, what's her number?
What's her name? Danielle. Danny?
Yeah.
Brenda.
That's a really funny joke on Schitt's Creek. She, Moira, Catherine O'Hara, cannot remember her children's middle names. She just keeps guessing them. I think it's so funny. I will say though, her is, and I agree with Tamika, her is incredible. So fucking good. Also, Haley, you literally just took the words out of my mouth. I do want to talk about Miley Cyrus for a second.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus is absolutely killing it.
I was about to say, I was wondering where you're going with this because I'm like, her voice is sick.
She is killing it. Okay, so I believe, and I could be wrong. Oh my God, Elizabeth, hold on. Adele is 32. If that makes you feel better, it does. It does now. Actually, that's way better with me. Okay, so Miley Cyrus is going around to like famous. And I could be wrong, so please tell me in the chat. Allegedly. I believe she's going around raising money, and she's going to like famous performance venues in LA to like save the venues because I'm sure they're all hit by.
Of course,
they're obviously all hit by the pandemic. So like she just covered Zombie at Whiskey A Go Go's.
Killer.
And so it's all on YouTube. So she does I just listened to last night in a loop basically. She did Zombie, she did cover of Britney Spears' Give Me More in her backyard. Yep.
People are on it.
And then she did thanks Haley. Save Our Stages is the fundraiser. So she did Give Me More in her backyard, and then she did Heart of Glass by Blondie.
That's really sick.
She is unbelievable.
She's doing Jolene. Oh, that's what I'm checking out.
She did Jolene years ago.
I don't care. I'm still checking it out.
No, you should.
I probably have heard that then.
You should check it out because it's absolutely incredible. But like Miley is low key, and I was talking about this with friends. Like Miley doesn't release albums, or she does release albums, but like most recently, I feel like she's doing covers and she's releasing singles, and I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah.
And it's like she just got sober, and I think she's just killing it. It's awesome.
Man, I'm a big fan. I know that.
Huge fan. We're huge. Okay, listen, Miley, you're obviously listening. You're a friend of the pod, girl.
I love solid voices, man, and I hope that they're real, and I'm sure they are. But like,
she's singing live. These aren't cover. When you watch the YouTube videos, these aren't covers. She's singing live with a band.
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, I don't know if you watched SNL this week with Justin Bieber on it, but like,
I got something when he mentioned Toronto.
Well, there was a scene about Canada in it, but what I'm bringing up is like as we were watching it, you can tell like especially in the one song like that they're using auto-tune while he's live, and I'm like, I know Justin Bieber, he's so musically talented, he must be like for real, because he was playing in Stratford and everyone was like, this kid's gonna blow up because he's amazing, period. But now I'm like, well, what? I just want to hear him sing like for real, because everything was that one song especially was auto-tuned out of its mind.
Well, maybe that was like an artistic choice.
It could be, but what I'm saying is I don't know with these artists anymore. I'm like, I just want to, and I shouldn't say anymore because they probably did it since forever. But
Justin Bieber singing live.
Yeah, but even in live, you have backtracks and stuff like that.
Not always.
Not always.
Do you remember Ashley Simpson, who is legit so good, like such a good pop princess?
And then her career ruined because of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, because she lip synced? It's like, give me a break. I just remember when that happened.
She lip synced and then walked off, and it seemed like, oh, you're just afraid of the stage.
Yeah, but then we destroyed her as a society.
I know, it's terrible.
And Pieces of Me is so good.
Yeah. We're here for you, Ashley.
La, such a good song. Oh my God, I could talk about that forever. Poor Ashley Simpson. I think she landed on her feet. Although I bet you she holds a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
This is a little spoiler, which I'm gonna release, but so for Stacey Gets Rich, I have decided with a pal, we are going to be releasing some music. So that's in the works right now.
Do I know this pal? Because I think I can guess who it is for some reason.
Yeah, you can guess if you want.
Oh, you mean like guess right now?
Whatever you want. I mean, it's fine. It's not a big. It's like this is such early days.
Is it Rod? Because Rod feels like he's just anywhere and
everywhere.
Rod's
amazing. We got to get Rod on for. So Rod, our friend Rodrigo, everyone look up Fog and Lasers on Spotify. It's an incredible album. But he's coming out with a second album, and he just released a song about Halloween, having a little Halloween orgy, which I'm here for. And it's so good.
Bring your costumes.
It's so good, and we got to get him on the Spooktacular.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into our photos, into our Model Mondays.
Yep.
Okay, so today's Model Monday theme was tickle trunk.
Yeah.
So that meant something to me, and I'm wondering what it meant to Jason. So Jason, do you want to go first? I took many, so I can go first. Really?
Yeah, because I only have the one photo. I thought that was the goal, was just to find one, and
I gave
so I
up.
only have one.
So okay, so as you know, this was the one I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, which is great. That to me is like, I know we keep saying this, but that's an album for somebody somewhere. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's my comedy album.
No, get out of here with the comedy album. This is a Blondie album. Like, this is
Oh my God.
You got it.
Live and we love for that. So yeah, so I wanted to give the options in black and white. Do you have a preference?
Black and white.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to go black and white, I think. Mine today is a black and white shot. So
I just like how the black and white makes my bathroom not look so sad. It, makes it look cool, maybe.
And what out of this is tickle trunk? And I only ask because I'm like, this just seems like I would see Stacey wearing this and I wouldn't bat an eyelash.
The toque I thought was a bit silly.
Okay,
we're having some ha-has. Barbara saying I looked very editorial and gorge. Tasha saying I see it on the cover of Vanity Fair. Okay. Wow, here we go. Okay, so and then I did another one for you, tickle trunk, where I did this morning. Now
I'm here for the beer. I hate you all.
and then Jan's mug that says "Do your best."
Oh, that's a little washed out for me. I can't see it, but that's great. I like it. I like the other one better right now. If we're voting, if we're like picking a president here right now, the president's the bathroom one.
Okay, I'm going to walk you all through mine. Okay. And then I went full. So Jason said tickle trunk.
I've kind of accidentally seen a bit of this one, and I'm already here for it.
So okay, so I went full tickle trunk. So this is one of them.
This is literally Aunt Pam being like, I think I can do this. I know that
you guys.
I know that models start out a little younger, but I can do this.
My favorite, for me, the vibe is, if you guys can have a Sunday, so can Aunt Pam.
You meant like banana split Sundays, Aunt Pam. No, this is my Sunday.
You know what? If I want
games on.
If you want me to love the family, then I got to do it by my rules. Crack. Okay, and then
meanwhile, Uncle John's just on the couch being like, the game's on. I don't care. Let her do what she wants to do.
Let Pam do whatever she's going to. And then I did this one too, which I thought was really funny. I
didn't see that one. This is Aunt Pam reenacting 9.5 weeks.
Yeah, I didn't do any filters on this one, but it just made me laugh so much. Yeah. Exactly, Adam. You kids want a beer? I'd rather you do it in the house than on the street.
Megan says I have an Aunt Pam and she has that exact haircut.
Of course. But I agree. I believe this, we all, we work hard and they all can't be winners, but I definitely walked away with a good snap here. So
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So before I jump into mine, do you want to do some shout outs to some of the people that sent in some stuff?
Yeah. Do you have that? Their things?
I don't have their actual shots because I don't know how to take them off their stories and put them up on here. But I do know, first of all, let me give a shout out to two boys because they threw it down. They helped me out. And one of them we know as Asa Mix or ASA Mix because that's their Instagram handle and that's all we know. And he threw up 3 separate shots and they're all rock solid. I'll try to we'll figure out a way to put them out there for us or whatever. But
love that. Who else are you shouting out?
The other one is. If you were a listener of this dumb thing with Stacey and I, then you know this man. But Ben has come back, and Ben is here. He's got 3 solid shots as well. Surfer living his best life, and then there was so many other people like Saint Annie sent some awesome stuff in, and then Pretty Cindy, who's in the chat with us today, went all out with she's got clothes that are actually in fashion where I do not, but.
Yeah, we got a lot. So check out, if you're listening to this, you can check out the Regulars podcast. We'll be sharing them all on our stories and you can see all of the amazing models. And thank you to those joining in on the Regulars model challenge. It has been really fun. I'm excited to keep this going. I wonder what next week's wondering what next week's theme will be. We shall see. Now let's get into your pick.
Yeah, I've only got the one, so I'll just put it up, and I won't do any prefacing to this because normally I go
I
overboard.
don't want to hear it.
There you go.
Wow, Jason.
I should have cropped this thing.
Yeah, why did you crop it?
No, I said I should have. I didn't.
Oh, okay. I love this. What are we thinking, you guys? What? This is great. So Tickle Trunk to you was just a fun top?
No, this is from my Tickle Trunk for sure. This is, you should know this shirt, actually.
From Spanish soap opera.
This is for the shirt from Spanish soap opera.
Yeah, that's from a scene that we did at Second City.
I was hoping
great.
I was hoping Jan is in the chat, and she I was like, oh, she'll notice. I think she'll notice.
Jan is currently writing for a television show. So, she is here. Very good, Jason. She says, so moody. Barbara saying sexual laser cowboy.
Laser cowboy. That's what I was going for.
Jason is the coolest. And then Jenny says, I love it. I wish you were wearing an earring.
Like a long one, like an old like Corey Haim one from the 80s or something. I'd do that.
Jenny says, I love it. Don't crop it. It adds dimension. This is something. Now, how did you tell your son that he needed to go away for a second?
No, I said, Charlie, just press the button here. Just hold this and press it now.
What were you
try it again?
About?
What's that?
What were you thinking about?
Man, this is going to look dumb.
See, that's the wrong thing.
I don't know what I was thinking about, to be honest. I don't know. I think I was like, just pretend like you're not getting a picture taken. Just look over there.
Just look over there. Oh, Jan says, I'm here, but not for long. Maybe Jan's the new Jameson. Maybe.
Here for a good time, not a long time. I love it, Jan.
You know what? I'm really impressed with us. I'm really impressed with us for, forging forward in this way. And Jason, I think it's a sensual shot. I think,
I tried what I was going for, and I did take a lot of shots, and they were all from the ground up, sort of. And some of them were worse than that. Like they were definitely, because I was like, okay, I'll try this other angle. And I realized I got to get rid of this. Remember this is happening right here.
And it's all angles. It is all angles.
Oh, here's the funny thing too. You know how I was inspired to the teeth whitening thing and all that, and I was like, oh, I got to go whiten my teeth.
Yeah.
When I found out, because I showed it to a friend of mine who works in television, they go, oh, this, and they were standing beside me. They're like, this isn't the color of your teeth. You need to change the white balance on your phone. And I was like, oh, great. Wasn't my teeth. It was my lack of knowledge with white balance.
Do you remember when you were putting your teeth down and I was like, they're fine? And then everyone was like, Stacey, stop coming at Jason. But I was coming at you with such strong compliments. And then your other friend was like, oh, your teeth aren't actually like that. And you decided to go, thanks.
Well, because she was standing right beside me. And
I sit in front of you 3 times a week.
Yeah, but my white balance on here probably is off as well. You know what I mean? Like you're watching me through a screen.
I said your teeth were fine. I'm just saying. Okay. Adam says, I'm very proud that Jay resisted making a face. I agree.
Didn't my last ones? I didn't either. I'm like, I told you, this is my most vulnerable. I wasn't fucking around.
Because
no fucking around here, guys. No blue Smarties, no fucking around. We're getting the job done.
We got to get your mojo back. We got to get your Stella back. We got to get it back.
Why?
Because I think you're just like, who cares? I'm a bag of water.
I'm a bag of water with some things floating in it.
Yeah, you can't be living your life like that. You know what I mean?
I'm hydrated.
Are you?
No.
I would argue you're not.
I'm drinking coffee. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so dehydrated. I better get this coffee in me. I mean, coffee's got water in it.
I feel like the last 2 weeks, like I have fallen off the workout bandwagon. I'm trying to hold compassion that that's just going to be life. Like you're just not going to be motivated.
Yeah.
But, man, yeah. I feel like we're getting our mojo.
Well, I'm off since September. Like I'm like a month and a bit out now because of my body. So I tried to get back into it and I couldn't. I was like 5 minutes into a workout and then my back gave out. I was like, okay, I can't do this now again.
But like you have been going to the beach. Like again, I think if we were
but you go in the beach, I'm literally standing in the water.
You're not swimming?
No, because I gotta watch that my son doesn't get washed out to into
Then you
Nowhereland.
watch him while you maybe just go or could you just go to the beach by yourself? Do you live
I've
close?
thought about it. I just haven't had the time to like jump in a car and be like, "You stay with mom. I'm gonna go pull a Rocky and just run down the water, or walk in the water really fast or swim."
I gotta walk into the water really bad. Jameson's famous last words before he disappeared. I gotta walk in the water real fast. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to ask you this, and I keep forgetting to. How are you feeling about Jim Carrey on SNL?
I don't look. I'm a big fan. Love him. Like
Yeah.
icon, inspiration. But like, and he doesn't do a bad job. It's just I don't know if they've found what makes Biden a character.
Agree. Everyone's also telling you to try DDP yoga.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that then.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cindy and Melissa.
Yeah, that's a good recommendation.
I don't think that I just don't think they found the hook to Biden, like the guns and the sunglasses and stuff. I'm just like, I don't know if people are like Dana Carvey grabbing onto 1,000 points of light. It's like, well, that wasn't a thing, but like, I don't know what made that work versus I don't think this is working for Biden. There was some funny bits. Let's say when he jumped in. Oh, you didn't see it, but he jumped into like a Mr. Rogers bit and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm getting some giggles.
Listen, I might be lame, but okay. Like, I get that we're like, oh yes, Maya Rudolph. I love Maya Rudolph. Like,
of course,
when she steps on stage, who is not excited? But if you have this massive cast, like my issue with SNL is this. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not even relying on their cast anymore. It's like, so why not just make it an alumni cycle? Because you're not really,
because Sudeikis did it. Wasn't Sudeikis doing it before and he did it okay, right?
Yeah. So I don't know why they didn't bring no. Sudeikis did Mitt Romney.
But did he also not do Biden? Someone else was doing Biden before.
I just think it's wild that they're just like, oh, we'll just get alumni. We're not going to use our cast anymore. And then it's like, you still have to audition and like be good at impressions. And it's like, for what?
Is it just like the surprise of like, oh my God, big, because Baldwin comes in and does Donald Trump and like everyone was waiting for Baldwin. It was kind of like, once they realized Tina Fey could nail Palin, and it was the funniest thing. They're like, we're going to just play that every week.
I know, but I think that was a huge shift in the culture of SNL, which I don't know if anyone will care about this conversation, but like the second that they kept bringing Tina Fey and Amy Poehler back, that was just it. And now it's just changed forever.
Yeah. See, Sudeikis did do it, and Woody Harrelson did Biden as well. And then they just didn't continue it. So they brought in Jim Carrey, which I know they're probably just like, I mean, Jim Carrey's one of the biggest names. So they're probably like, hell yeah. Maybe even called to ask to do it because I know like he is trying to be political now. You've seen like his paintings and things like that. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just like, I love Maya Rudolph, like, but maybe I'm just, and you know what it is too. So do you
not like her Kamala?
Love it.
Yeah, she's great. She's killing everything.
I know, but I'm just.
But you're saying because she's an alumni.
Yeah, and like, listen, I'm the first to be like, yeah, like when they come on, but I'm like, I just feel like back in the day, it was like all about the cast being like.
To be honest, get Kate McKinnon to do Biden. She does everybody else, and she kills everybody else. So like, just get her to do Biden.
I was annoyed with her last week's character, where Colin Jost is just like, "Are you okay?"
I kind of liked it.
And I just was like, "Listen,
we know where it comes from, right?" So it's like, oh yeah, so they were just.
But the bit was not funny. It was so inside baseball. And I was like, can someone just come on with a character with a beginning, middle, and end and just do a fucking bit without it being like.
I honestly felt like it was not a callback, but like it felt like this is such an old reference, but like when Bill Murray endeared himself to everybody and was like, you don't like me, or whatever that speech was that kind of like cemented him as a cast member. I feel like it was the same thing of like, not in the same way. Like Kate McKinnon doesn't need to be cemented as a cast member at this point, but it was like, okay, here's just some honest behind the door kind of stuff.
I completely and utterly disagree. That's why I cut you off the whole time you were speaking.
Okay.
So Bill Murray was getting flack. He was still doing the show, but people were giving him flack. So then he did a written bit top to bottom, where he was like, hey, America, you don't like me. I know, I'm hearing it, I'm seeing it, I'm reading it. That's a completely different thing than Kate McKinnon doing a fucking whatever bit.
Oh, I
And
still think it was written. I think that was beat it out. They didn't just really go off the rails.
no, but and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like,
You didn't like it.
"No, I didn't." And I'm just being too much because I'm just an idiot with this toque. But I just, it's
No,
like,
I mean, we care about it. That's I mean, we've done sketch forever, so like looking at the mecca of it all is definitely we never talk about it, so
but it's like, like we've done it too. Like I can't even judge it. Like when you're on stage and like you're laughing with your partner, or you're trying to get your partner to break, and it's like, but the
come
audience.
see our friend show.
No, our friend show is different. I mean, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's really just for us. But
The writing up to it is for us. Like, how many times did we do come to bed and it was just like, well, this is a fuck around. We're just gonna have a good time and see what happens.
I caught myself legitimately saying it's Tuesday to somebody, and I was like, I started laughing so hard. Yeah, I don't know why it irritated me so much. Maybe because the episode itself was just so bad. That but I get annoyed. Like I like Pete Davidson. But I get annoyed when he comes on and it's not a character and it's not a point of view, and
I know
he's
you don't like that.
just being he's just being himself. And I'm like, but what else, man?
Well, it's his stand-up stuff. It's kind of what Leslie Jones used to do as well. She did like her stand-up bits on the news before she was a cast member.
I didn't like that.
I thought it was then their house and like they're doing well. I think they do really well at it.
I liked when she would come on and do that, but I didn't like the whole like, Colin, I want to be with you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, who cares?
Yeah, because also Kyle Mooney had that relationship with her.
Yeah.
Kyle Mooney is like stolen my heart these last couple seasons now.
Kyle Mooney's okay. First of all, that sketch when it was not a good sketch in any capacity, but the premise was really good, where he can go in time to warn himself, and he's like, "Do you see?" Like he's a little kid. He's like, "Do you see what you're gonna end up with?" And it was him as an adult playing video.
Oh, right.
Is that a wireless controller?
Have you seen these graphics? Whoa!
Damn, these graphics are nuts. And I was like, "That's sick." He future me. Never give up. So funny.
The best.
Did I tell you that I watched Ernest Scared Straight?
You paused after Ernest, and I was like, she can't be talking about that Ernest, but if she is, which one?
Ernest
Ernest Scared Straight. Is this a Halloween one?
Yeah.
How did that ever consistently get funding? And they're like, you know what? Here's an idea. Let's make another Ernest.
Let me tell you.
Ernest Goes to Jail, I think, was one of them.
Yep, that was one of my favorites. I am
Didn't he come from like a pizza ad? Like, didn't he start in a pizza ad?
So Ernest, okay. So here's the crazy story, and this is allegedly, because I was half listening as this was being explained to me. But Ernest, so the character Ernest was a commercial. Like Jim Varney passed away, unfortunately, was this incredible actor, auditioned to play this character, right? And then somehow in the contract of it, the company didn't own that character. So then Jim Varney started working for different companies doing different commercials as Ernest.
I didn't know that. I thought it was Domino's even or something.
And then a company was like, we should make movies out of this. And then that was it.
I mean, that's how Ted Lasso came to be, I think.
Well, that was Jason Sudeikis doing a commercial with that character. And then was like, oh, we could do something. But it was backwards with Jim Varney, who was just really the actor for it. Now, let me tell you, rewatching the Ernest movies, here's a couple things.
I want to know.
Okay, man, the 90s is dark, right? Like
what?
A 90s kid movie? Like
10 Things I Hate About You.
I'm watching that tonight.
Are you really?
Yeah,
or is that just because I said it?
No, because I've been going back and watching old movies. So last night I watched the movie Get Over It, which is so funny. It's from 2001. Kirsten Dunst, Ben Foster, Martin Short. They shot it in Toronto. You can
I don't remember this one.
Oh, it's really hard to find. It was one of my favorite movies in high school. I found it at a Blockbuster bin for $2. I just liked the cover, so I bought it. It became one of my favorite movies of all time.
Sick.
I was singing all of the songs last night. Anyways, Martin Short is exceptional in that movie, but it made me want to go back to watch like 10 Things I Hate About You, like all these old classics to see if they hold up.
Yeah. Clueless holds up.
Clueless holds up, I can tell you.
Mean Girls holds up.
Mean Girls, yes. But Mean Girls is like, that's early like that was 2000 what? If Jan's still here, she can say. And she was one of the stars of Mean Girls.
It was still like, I think 2005, maybe? Old.
Yeah, but like, so Ernest, but here's the thing, like, so Ernest Scared Straight, there's like this troll. There's clearly a man in the troll costume because it has human eyes. Terrifying.
Oh, terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Wow. Hollywood's calling.
It might be.
On a roll. Oh, is it actually? Do you have to take it? No. To the phone.
Hello?
Aren't you on hold for an audition?
Yeah, I think this might be it. But well, I'm going to decline it and then I'll call them right back.
No, why don't you answer it and I'll just talk to everyone and talk in the chat. Go, because you have to find out.
No, I missed the call.
Go call them.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure it was.
Jason, just go into the other room and we'll all wait in anticipation to see if you got the role. So just
it's going to be either I booked a spot, which I have to go shoot today or tomorrow, or I'm getting potential spam, which is more than likely because I get like 8 of those calls a day.
Why don't you just go figure it out, because this is important, and I will talk to people about Halloween Town.
Crystal, I'm only doing this because Crystal told me to call them.
Never be.
Chris, you never listen to me. Crystal, you have the power. Okay, so here's the thing I'd like to talk to everyone about Halloween Town. Okay, and please tell me if you think I'm absolutely incorrect. I believe when I was younger, everyone thought I was the girl from Halloween Town. Now I'm asking everyone in the chat, is this true? Do you think that is correct? I'm going to pull up a photo of Marnie from Halloween Town because I loved that movie so much. Let's see if we can find some images here. Loved Halloween Town. It was so good.
You guys talking about Adam Sandler's new movie?
Are you already back?
I'm back.
Is it spam?
It was spam. I knew it was, or else I would have answered it. But
I'm sorry about that. Laura says, my husband said he thought he saw Jason in another commercial. Is that true?
It's a possibility. I don't know because like I don't know what's airing anymore. It could be. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay, so we were talking about the movie Halloween Town, which I loved so much. And when I was younger, a lot of people thought I was the girl from Halloween Town. So
I don't know what Halloween Town is. How do I've never heard of this before.
I'm going to show you.
Yeah, please.
I'm going to save some of these photos.
Have you watched the Adam Sandler one?
Which one?
There's a new one out called Hubie or something like that. Halloween Hubie or something.
Okay, no. These movies Adam Sandler movies make me upset.
I love Adam Sandler, but this one.
What?
It's we had to turn it off about half an hour in. We're like, can't do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pick up just one more photo.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's voice. Tasha's like Adam Sandler's voice. Yeah. And it's got the mother, I forget her name, but she was the lady in not Billy Madison, the Happy Gilmore. And then she's the mother on Modern Family, Julie. I can't remember her name now.
Oh, yeah.
But she's in it. So they got another like beautiful woman. And then he's acting like his voice is like, I'm gonna just go. I can't even do it, but like the Adam Sandler, like the voice that's like from that one where his Kathy Bates was his mom, like Waterboy sort of voice.
Oh God!
And she looks across the street and she's like, "I love him," and you're like, "Why? What happened?" Because he fell off his bike and started doing like a thing with these animatronic things, and he was like, "Oh, I'm hiding," and she was like, "That's my guy," and you're like, "What? Where does this come from?"
That's what sucks about movies for women. We have to like play these roles where we're like, we just see a full dump on fire and we have to be like, he's the one. I love him.
It really we were half an hour in and I'm like, I don't understand where the attraction came from in this at all. Like it's really messed up. So the whole movie is like weird.
Okay. So these are some photos from the movie Halloween Town starring Debbie Reynolds. And I believe the actress's name is the character's name is Kimberly J. Brown, but the character I believe is Marnie.
Okay.
So
and she looks like you. That's what we're going for?
That's what people said. But I think we just have the same shaped face.
This might seem weird because it's very small for me, but I feel like that's a mixture of you and Emma Hunter. Oh, no, not there. It doesn't look like that, but I don't know. I don't see it.
Thank you. Everyone thought I did.
No, and the really small one, it was like there's a touch of Emma Hunter, but a touch of you, but that's because it's so small. But that's about it.
I don't find it that small. It's the full screen.
I'm watching you on a tinier thing, I guess.
You are?
I guess so.
I don't know why things are different for you. I don't get it. It really shouldn't be different. Okay. Didn't Adam Sandler say if he didn't get an Oscar nod for Uncut Gems, he would only make shitty movies?
Yeah, I heard that clip. It was on Stern, and he's like, they were just joking about how like he's probably not going to get the Emmy or whatever, and because everyone was like, at that point, people thought he was going to get the Emmy for Uncut Gems, and
Right.
he made like a joking thread of like, well, if they don't give it to me, I'm going to make you 5 more of my shitty movies for you or something like that, and then that's I guess what he's doing.
I mean, yeah. And here's the thing that sucks. Cindy, you have similar facial structure. Thank you.
Maybe it's the cheeks because you've got these red cheeks that are really like your cheeks.
What? I've got red cheeks that are my cheeks.
I don't know how to put it, but maybe Cindy has worded it better.
You have got to get better at women's stuff.
You got your red cheeks.
You sound like my dad trying to pump me up, and it's like you're making me feel worse. I can tell you.
You got a son? I got a daughter. Maybe they would. I mean, she's got cheeks. They're red.
Oh my God, you with a daughter? Oh my God. Yeah. The dude looks like James Marsden. Who does? The guy from Halloween Town?
I assume that's who Adam's talking to because that's the only picture.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does. The guy with the red hair, that's me on my period. If my period could look like anybody, it'd be this guy right here. That's how my period shows up. Hey, bitch.
Holding a jack-o'-lantern. Hey, it's friggin' March. Yeah.
Ooh. Trick or treat. Dude, can I be fucking
Go get a beer.
Hey, what's up? Can I tell you something? It's gonna be fucked up this week. I'm not even. Dude, I'm fucked up. I lost my job. This is like this. Okay, like when you have a pregnancy scare, you're like, "Where's my period?" It's this period. Hey, dude, I'm fucking late.
Sorry, I'm late.
Plan B, dude. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, $50. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I'm here now. You want to get a Popeye chicken sandwich?
Might stick around a little longer than norms, but it's one of those. This is me trying to make period jokes and having zero idea of what it's like.
It makes sense because this guy for sure is your period because the cramps you get is him trying to learn drums at 2 a.m. You're like, oh fuck.
Just trying to get just the beginning of Smells Like Teen Spirit over and over and over again.
No, what's that song of? I wish you would step back from that ledge.
I will understand. I'm trying to remember what song that is. Is that Sugar Ray? It's not Sugar Ray. That's
Sugar Ray.
Lemonheads? It's not Lemonheads.
Oh, Jenny just said Death by Dr. Oker. Oh, she said I almost choked on my lunch. Death by Dr. Oker. No, for sure.
Although that does sound like a heavy metal song. You heard Death by Dr. Oker? Sick.
Kill me and cheese.
Flatbread.
I said no onions. I said no onions.
You're gonna eat 3 because that's how it is. Third Eye Blind. Thank you, Tasha.
Yeah, I just love that I did find my period.
This is a picture of Third Eye Blind, by the way.
Yeah. Third Eye. This is. Can you believe this is how Third Eye Blind grew up? No,
hey guys, we should make a band. Oh, totally.
Isn't it the joke? I'm gonna tell my kids this was Third Eye Blind. Oh, I love this guy. Oh, my period. Hey, dude. Yeah, listen, I know I've been all over the place, all right, but I promise the next couple of months I'm going to be steady, okay? You can depend on me.
I can't jump on board. I have no idea how to relate to the jokes. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Megan, I'm back. It's just,
you know what? When I do my job well, you're still pissed at me. What the fuck? I'm on time. I'm fucking running smooth.
Dude, I'm sorry to fuck, man. Of course I'm going to come to the beach with you. You're going to Mexico. I want to come.
You know, me and parking ticket officers, all the same. We do our jobs perfect, and you fucking yell at us. We're just trying our best out here, man.
It's me and the parking officers. Jenny says, that guy's your period that stops for a day, then shows up the next day for one more surprise need. Fuck, I forgot my keys. Marie, let me in. Just one more night. Just one more night.
I'm sorry. Open your window.
I'm sorry I ruined your pants, and then your underwear, and then your sheets.
And your grade 8 birthday party. I was saying hello. That'd be a great time to meet.
And your wedding day, and that time you went to Puerto Rico on a whim.
Barbara's got an idea, but we've tried it the opposite way around. And, we think it's funny.
Adam, sorry about the bad timing. Can I also borrow $50? Oh, Barbara, sketch idea. Jason as the voice of Stacy's period. Well, little known shenanigan. Oh my God, is this the spam again, or is this the audition?
It's the same number. I'm gonna see what's up.
Yeah, he didn't even check. He didn't even call them. Okay. So I love that Jason's in frame. If you could just be in frame, muted, that would be great. Just take the call.
Just Blue Cross checking in.
Oh, that's great. We love that.
Are you talking about you being my boner, my voice of my boner?
No, Jason and I tried to do a sketch where I was the voice of his boner. We did one show with the sketch in, and everyone that came that was our friend was like, just take that out. And I think you got a good show. No one laughed. We were like, this is going to be huge.
I thought it was our best sketch.
Me too.
Or one of them.
And then Jason actually played me when I first got my period. Because I told
you were your mom.
And I played my mom, and Jason played me, and it was beautiful and wonderful. And then we got women in the audience to talk about the first time they got their period.
And to raise up the products that they had in their purse to be like, don't be embarrassed of what you're carrying around.
So we wanted them to grab out their tampons, their pads, raise them in the air.
Call them the swords and the shields of the warriors of...
Swords and the shields.
Yeah.
You know, I've since transitioned to the cup, and let me tell you, she's a tricky pickle. Okay.
You were really happy about it at first. I mean, like,
I know it was great. This week, and I'm wondering if people who use the cup have had this, but I was talking to my girlfriends about it, and they had as well. There's just some times where you like put it on in, and your body goes, I don't think so. I think I think we can work around this. And then you're like, every time you like basically bleed through your underwear, I don't know if you feel like this, people in the chat, but when you're like an adult woman, you feel like you're like 12 years old. You're like, what the fuck happened to me?
I'm good at this.
And then this fucking guy shows up and goes, my bad. I was drinking too much. Fuck. Oh my God. Don't tell my boss. Can you just not tell my boss? Oh God, that's funny. What was I gonna say? So we have to start figuring out our costumes for our spooktacular. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Barbara says, oh my God, I love this. I got my period when I was 8 and frantically panicked, asking my mom post-pee if I wiped too hard. Exactly.
Again, not knowing things, but 8's very young for something like that, right? Like 8's super young.
No, I think it was like 9. No, I maybe it was 10, but I knew girls younger than me that were getting their periods.
Wow.
Okay, this is good to know. Jenny says, Stacy, definitely been using it for 10 years, and every now and then my body's like, nah. Yeah, I just had a really crazy period week with my Diva Cup, and it just was not it was just not working with me. You know what I mean? And Samantha too. I've been using the cup for a while, and I know those days where I have to wear a little something extra or switch back to a tampon. Exactly. I was like having one of those days where I was like, do I have to use a fucking tampon? What's going on? My body is out of control. I used to have that happen with the cup, and then I figured out the best position for me to insert. Boom. That's what it is. The men don't have to deal with this.
Nah, because I'm like, I didn't know there's positions. So
Can you imagine you had to put a cup in your penis?
Maybe my butt.
I wish. I wish you had a week every month where you're like, oh, I gotta put a cup in my ass.
Maybe that's what something I could try in solidarity.
I like, not to be like that person, but any man who, if I could give a gift to a man, it would be to have their period for 1 week. And the things I would hear, oh, I'm bleeding. How can I go outside?
I can't wait to show up at like the urgent care later, and they take an X-ray and they're like, there's a shotgun halfway up your thing, or shot glass. I'm like, yeah, it was in solidarity. I was trying something out here, and they're like,
I'm just trying to.
It's glass. Okay, don't clench too hard.
What are you, Steve-O? You just went back and watched more podcasts.
I'm Jason DeRoss, and this is period putt.
Period putt. Put it in my butt. Yeah, no, I just feel like it's, the older I get, I just think it's so wild how women were just taught to like hide your period. Like you had to hide it. You had to pretend you weren't bleeding. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so I'm really excited to see the shift happening of, whoever's going through that to like not have to pretend,
Totally. I think that, and again, like this is something I can't speak to, but even when we were doing that show, it felt, you could see the change in the audience. Yeah. Be like, it was kind of awesome to see them go, yeah, why the fuck am I embarrassed about this? And like, it started because with the story, and it's like a couple minutes in, they're like, I'll tell a story. I'll tell about my first time getting a period. It's terrible. And so many people had terrible stories about their first.
Well, their first period is terrible because I feel like you just don't have information. Or I can say I can only speak from my experience, but I wasn't given any information. I wasn't prepped to know what's going to happen. And I hope that that's changing, but like, I didn't know. And a lot of my friends didn't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
And then, they don't educate the boys, or they didn't educate the boys in my class. So, you're bleeding, you're 11, you have to go to school and manage that. It's like so terrifying.
Yeah.
And then it's like you have these huge pads that are the size of like a twin bed mattress with a pillow top. And it's just, it just really enrages me that that young girls have to hold that. It's hard.
Look at Melissa. Like, that's the whole thing. As a dad, I wouldn't know, because like I said, 8, I was like, oh shit, I didn't think it happened until you're 13. What the fuck's happening over here? Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I gotta get to the hospital. Oh my God, that's exactly how I would react.
Melissa says, grew up with my dad and 2 older brothers. Getting mine was the worst. My dad was too embarrassed. Just says, you know where the box is. He was talking about the box for all the samples he had collected. Just go figure it out. Oh my God.
Even buy a box. It was like, oh, you're giving these out? Okay, great.
Yeah, those pads in the beginning are the worst. And that's the thing. It's like, I remember, and we've talked about our period sagas before on this podcast. And I think it's important to do that. And if you're listening to this and, you don't have a period, well, now you can learn something, because it is sort of wild how you just have to, it's such a taboo subject, it's like, and the same with like, I also like relate this in an odd way to like money too, because no one talks about money.
Well, I was going to say, like, they don't, it's such a subject that they're afraid to bring into schools of like sex ed. It's like, yeah, we should bring it in younger if it's stuff like this. And it's the same with like, why are we learning all of this shit in math class when we're not just learning like basic finances and shit like that? Or like whatever. There's so many things they get to teach you that would actually be more applicable to everybody's day-to-day life.
I feel like every female or female identifying bathroom, whatever it is, or in both bathrooms, having access to, and not putting the quarter in, but like having pads, tampons, instructional posters of like how to use those things. Like, had I had those in the bathroom and I didn't have to like take my huge pad and like put it in my pocket and like go to the bathroom. Like if it was just available, which is not,
Yeah.
not always you know what I mean? Like so many teachers are out their own pocket with their own supplies. I can only imagine, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy. Jenny is making the point too. Like we have our certain perspective here in North America versus like possibly other places in the world where it's even more difficult and shameful and everything else too, which would be absolutely terrible. Guys.
What?
Jameson Kramer is here.
Whoa, back from the ocean. How was it? Oh yeah, Haley, after she got off birth control, it was like a freaking murder scene. 100%. I also was on birth control in university, and I was like, my hormones were all over the place, and no one had told me that was a possibility. I was wild. But I feel like, there's so many taboo subjects, and like, I wish we knew about taxes and budgeting in school. Can you imagine we learned that?
There's so many taboo subjects: taxes, budgeting.
No, but no one talks about money. Like
I agree. I know. I said the exact same thing.
You can't ask people what they make. We're like, well, you can't ask. It's like, why not?
Yeah, and then how do you survive on yours, and how do I survive on mine, and what's going
on? So Jenny says, if you're in Toronto, there's a great organization called the Period Purse that helps get menstrual supplies to women, and food banks also take period supplies too. This is amazing. We should definitely do like a thing for that.
And Adam's partner Danny also was she was it the Period Purse that she's a part of, or is it something she was trying to get the taxes taken away from it? And
yeah, I feel like
I should only speak about stuff if I only know the details, but
Melissa says, I refuse to say nicknames for periods. If someone wants to know why I'm in tears in the middle of work, I tell them it's cramps. Hell yes. See, I have to renew now. Lovely Odyssey, that's Jen, I believe, right? Please
so, yeah.
Yeah, I have to renew my mortgage, and I have no idea how to do it. I mean, I don't even know what a mortgage is.
Yeah, because and that's the whole thing. You just get taken because you'll be like, "Well, this sounds good." Adam runs their social. She runs their social media.
That's amazing.
She's been a warrior for that for a long time.
Yeah, so we definitely we will put information below for sure. I'm gonna do something for that because that would be great. Yeah, because like the whole thing, and even with like Stacey Gets Rich, like I'm trying to get like my accountant on and stuff to be like, hey, like let's talk about money, because like it's so taboo.
Also, you have an accountant. That's something.
I mean, we're like also freelance. The crazy thing was, I remember the first time I worked at Second City, and I didn't realize like you didn't get taxed. Like you don't get taxed on your money. So the first year of taxes I did for as a working actor, it was maybe the most like depressing tax day of my life.
Yeah, and especially when you're freelancing and you're supposed to collect HST, and then like when the first year I did that, I didn't collect HST all the time because I was like, oh, I didn't know you're supposed to do that. But then you still have to pay that back at the end of the year, and you're like, well, then I'm just paying money that I didn't even collect. There's so many things. Like, yeah, definitely all that stuff should be. You should be learning that come like grade 9. Like you should be learning that kind of stuff.
Oh my God. And like, when people are like, can you afford that? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Oh, Jameson, this is great.
Jameson says there's a good book too on money stuff called The Millionaire Teacher. He's a teacher that made you what? I'm not reading this right. Anyways, it's a book called The Millionaire Teacher. It's the book is an apology for no finance learning in high school.
There you go. Jameson comes back for 2 seconds and saves our podcast.
Saves the podcast with some financial advice. We have some amazing period organizations that are giving women menstrual supplies, which is much needed, and we're giving you financial advice. Who knew? And by that, we're not giving you financial advice. Our financial advice is here. Go talk to this person. Hello.
Sorry, did someone call? No. Okay.
Missed you. What's up? What's up? Say Halloween.
What did I miss over the month? The Bachelorette's back? Cool. Let's talk about it.
How do we feel about Claire? Take a seat, lay down. Let's not overthink it. We're not working out this week. Okay. It's going to be a rough one.
There's going to be some crying, some frustration, some anger. We're
Hey,
gonna have it all.
do you ever think about your first boyfriend? You want to listen to Adele and maybe we'll text him. Let's just see. Put yourself out there, bitch. Okay, so Shayla says, Stacy, can I ask you how much a business license goes for in TO? Here it's like $435 a year for home business, and in my opinion, that's way too much. I don't have a business license. I don't.
Yeah, with freelancing, it's well, maybe I don't know the truth of it, but it's a little bit different, I believe, because you can become incorporated. But I only have a few friends that have gone that far and become incorporated.
Yeah, so I haven't done that. So basically, what we do as freelance artists is like, especially in Ontario,
You know who'll know? Jameson.
yeah. He's often on set. I just sell yogurt. But basically the government just gives you like your extra tax dollars, like that would be taxed, and goes, can you hold on to this? And then you just hold on to this extra money, and then you have to
give it back to them at the end of the year.
give it all back. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's like, you owe $17,000. And you're like, what? And they're like,
and that's the money I didn't collect the 1 year. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. People need to talk about that more.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. Okay, so we basically come to the end. This was really great. We all learned a lot. We learned about what my period looks like, where we can donate to some amazing organizations. And we learned
Does that
about
guy have a name?
my period.
Yeah, that guy, the redhead.
Jenny says, should I have a business license? I'm registered with the province, but I don't have a license. I could be wrong, Jenny, but I think if you have HST, you can just claim it through your personal HST. But I could be wrong. But I believe that
allegedly. This is where things go. This is where things go wrong for us.
Samantha says, sounds like a Stacey Gets Rich topic. Absolutely. I will be talking about taxes on an upcoming episode of Stacey Gets Rich and small business taxes. So
Robbie knows. Rob Lewin's in.
I think mine was like $300, but it's a food stand, not a home business, and a partnership, not a corporation. See, these are big things. So if anyone has amazing resources of people that have like helped them with finances, send them to me, because I would love to interview them for my Stacey Gets Rich podcast, so we can all learn a thing or two.
And let's start a book club for Millionaire Teacher. Is that what it's called? The Millionaire Teacher.
Oh, Jenny, I look forward to the Rish video. Yeah, I'm going to talk about taxes because it's so freaking confusing. It's so overwhelming. And my fear is I'm doing them wrong and I'm just going to go to jail. So that is it. In the US, you can make quarterly tax payments, the same here in Canada, and it takes the edge off, but it still blows. Agreed. Yeah. I'm trying to do that, and it does suck.
I got my thing the other day, and it was like, this is how much you're going to owe per quarter. But I was like, oh, no, that's because last year we weren't in a pandemic, so there was lots of work. But this year they're like, you're going to owe this. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even make that. I don't make that anymore.
Yeah, I don't make money anymore, actually. I'm just holding on for dear life. It's really crazy too, because a lot of pals of mine are like finding new apartments that are way cheaper and you get way more. And now I'm like, do I move? Because like I pay so much.
Yeah.
All right, we will be back on Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening to this, you can check us out at youtube.com/theregulars. We also have a podcast or Instagram where you should tag us with your model photos at The Regulars Podcast. We'll be sharing all those stories today. Thank you for everyone for joining in on the challenge. Tell a friend, spread the word, get the model challenge going.
And if you're like, what's the model challenge right now? I think we continue this tickle trunk. And if you don't have a tickle trunk, just pick something that's very like bold. Make a bold choice with your
the
wardrobe.
Theme tickle trunk for the week. So send them on in. Get yourself feeling good about yourself. You know what I mean? Curl your hair, slap on a dumb toque, and we got to look for the day. Jason, is there anything else before we go?
No, it's so great seeing everybody again.
Yeah, if you like the episode, like it here on YouTube, and you can
smash that subscribe button.
You haven't already. And we will see you all on Wednesday.
Bye,
pals.